And that's exactly what's going to happen with NESARA. NESARA is an excuse to plunder and pillage America under the false pretense of peace and prosperity and to return to constitutional law. And I have this at NESARAsucks.com. You can go to that website. I have all kinds of information on what NESARA is. I've written 2 articles on it. I've been pounding the pavement on NESARA for the last 5 years because this is a hidden, it's not really a hidden secret agenda, but they're coming out with all the buzzwords without saying this is NESARA, but they're telling you all the other aspects that this agenda, that they're promising will come through this agenda. They promote it as a restoration of our constitutional freedoms, cures for illnesses and new energy sources, financial and banking improvements, removal of corrupt government officials, and the beginning of more peace on earth. These are all alleged improvements to begin with NESARA's announcement. But the Bible codes reveal NESARA as deceit, deception, and lies. And they say in their own writings that they're going to use this platform to get their feet on the earth. And then once they are here, they will blame their failures not on being able to implement the program they're going to blame their failures of this program on the true believers of the Most High and beginning a cleansing program on earth. You know, as soon as they arrive, it doesn't matter if Ron Paul's elected president and we go through this NESARA alien agenda, or Hillary Clinton, which I favor more because, you know what, at least she's in your face. She's honest. She's going to send America right in martial law, and at least she's honest about it. You can either have it in your face or in your back, because Ron Paul's going to do the same thing, only he's going to cut everybody in the back with it. And so I do like the honesty from Hillary Clinton. Ron Paul, much more deceptive. And we all already know whoever can fix the polls best wins. Another thing about this NESARA, what I found amazing, is that the whole New Age crowd refers to this whole NESARA implementation as along the lines of first contact. It's part of their whole first contact when these space aliens will involve a treaty that implements NESARA here in America. And of course we know that these space aliens are nothing but fallen angels. You know, they're not from galaxies millions and millions of miles away. Most of these fallen angels, they're all right here in our own solar system. They inhabit the hollow Earth, the hollow Moon. Some of these other planets, Mars, Venus, the hollow areas of those planets, they're right here in our own solar system, folks. And when they come, they're not going to look like little green men. You know, everyone pictures Martians, these alien Martians, as little green people, you know, with big heads. And, you know, when they come, they're going to be very tall. They're the Anunnaki. They used to be angelic creatures, and before they fell in rebellion against the Lord and cast to the earth. The New Ages refer to them as ascended masters. They're also or spaceship commanders. And we know that this Sananda, this one that looks like Jesus, all the pictures of Jesus you've seen, and his name is Sananda. He is actually he is a spaceship commander of the spaceship Capricorn. And this particular spaceship, supposedly the one that pretty much hangs over Utah, they claim, and out in the Midwest. And so I really do hope he enjoys all the orgone work I've done out there this summer. I hope they all enjoy it. You know, some of the dominant things I see in all these codes is that, about the coming New World Order, or the NESARA agenda, or the alien invasions. And the central theme in all of them is how this orgone is just going to wipe their armies out. This positive energy orgone that the Lord's warriors have been busy with the past several years, putting all over the country and all over the world, it's going to cause them to become sick. It's going to give them a disease. I think it's called necrosis, something like that. And it's going to kill off a lot of these armies, these Anak armies that are coming. And so it's pretty dominant. And so we just have to work all the more to make sure that comes about. Because they're going to have a really hard time once they do arrive. And of course we know that once they arrive, time on Earth is over almost as we know it. Definitely going into the last part of the tribulation period by the time they arrive. Because these are Satan's henchmen. This is what he's going to do to implement his Luciferian initiation on Earth, to join his kingdom on Earth, to sucker billions of people into worshiping the beast, into accepting his mark, tattoo, name, or number, whatever it is, on or in their right hand or forehead. Because once he gets people to do that, he owns their soul. You know, and he says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And that could be on or in, depending on what translation of the Bible you're reading. I've heard people argue about it. And it's like, well, just stay away from that kind of thing, period. Whether it's on or in your right hand or forehead, you just don't get it. Because it's going to be the false prophet who will enforce a worldwide economic program. And NESARA fulfills this prophecy, folks. NESARA has a foot in the door for the Anunnaki aliens. You know, if they can get people to buy this peace and prosperity agenda, then they're getting acceptance to come on Earth and implement it. Once these Anak are in control, they will ratify parts 2 and 3 of NESARA that nullify part 1 and begin their agenda, cannibalism and murdering the inhabitants of America. Yeah, it feels like I'm choking. They really don't, it's really ticking them off, so they're going to choke me to death or something. But you can check on NESARASucks.com. I have a picture of their leader. They call him Christ Michael, and he goes by the name Haytan. And he admits he's a tall gray alien. And I have the article on it and a picture of him on my website at NESARASucks.com. That's what he looks like without his human, what do you want to call it? Human prop, human body. Because most of all these Anaks, and especially this NESARA crowd, they're all just tall gray aliens. And what they do is put on human bodies so they look like humans. But you can see his actual picture as a tall gray alien on my website, you know. And they say that the proponents of this NESARA, they call them gods, or men who are ascended masters who have reached godhood. But they're liars, folks, and they're subservient to the Most High God who controls them like puppets on a string, and will only allow them to bring forth their lying satanic agenda when he and he alone decides to let them punish America for its idolatries and perversions. Everything's in the Most High's hands. So I don't need to fear these people. In fact, I don't fear them at all. Some facts about NESARA. Created and will be implemented by Lucifer's fallen angels to enslave the entire world under a global economic system fulfilling the second half of Revelation 13. Proposes peace and prosperity under the guise of wealth and prosperity, eventually requiring all those who want to participate to be marked, chipped, or sealed. The two leaders, Jermaine and Sananda Jesus, will be followed by other Sanandas such as Maitreya, Muhammad, and others. These Sanandas will fulfill the roles of various religions who expect the return of their central figure of their religion as a messiah or a messenger. These leaders are not angels or ascended masters or anything but Anunnaki fallen angels here to deceive mankind in the last days and lead them into worldwide Satanism, the worship of Lucifer as God. All those who refuse to participate in the beast global economy will be cleansed from the earth. This means they will be killed. The Anak claim these people are sent to another planet to rethink their attitudes, but they aren't sent anywhere but their graves. These Omegans claim they are white knights here to protect Earth from a hostile takeover by the Illuminati, but what they offer is nothing more than a hostile takeover themselves. You either agree with them or be killed. Their plan is to overtake the U.S. government, implement alien disclosure resulting in first contact, and then finish off their staged productions with a grand finale of the second coming of Jesus, their Jesus. Their charades will deceive many. The pastors and the churches will support them and lead many people into the pit of hell for following this false Jesus that's coming. So that's basically, folks. And I have tons of info on NESARA. I need to read my articles and stuff on it. I want to tell you some of the Bible codes that I found on NESARA. And you can go to hiddencodes.com. I have it on at Hidden Codes. NESARA stands for the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. And it provides, and this is according to their writings, folks, provides major benefits to Americans, including forgiveness of credit card and mortgage debt as a remedy for bank frauds, creates a U.S. Treasury bank system which absorbs the Federal Reserve and new precious metals backed by U.S. Treasury currency, restores constitutional law, requires the resignations of Bush and Cheney to be replaced by constitutionally